I want to wake up the sacred rebel in you today. The disobedient, boundary pushing, limit testing, rule bending, back chatting parts of you that were shushed, shamed, and shut down. Here is what we're up against every morning. We wake up, if we're lucky, into a new day, capable of activating our deepest desires. And for a moment, just like the day, we are new and open to the possibilities of what's unfolding, what's to come. But by the time we fully wake up, we've remembered the rules of the day that we are waking up into. We are living in a collective consciousness that if you don't live by the rules that other people have already approved, then your life is not right. We can talk about activating your deep desires, about what it would be like to live life on your terms, but there is a much bigger conversation that we need to have first. The things that you want to create, the things that you desire, the goals that you set, the things that you're actively trying to manifest aren't coming to be because you are pushing up against the agreements you have made with collective consciousness. You are following the rules of life that were handed to you. You might not like the rules, but still, you are agreeing to play by the rules. Even if that means you are going to be really pissed about them, you're still validating their existence, breathing life into them, letting your life be dictated by what other people have decided is acceptable, allowed, and authorized. Fuck that. Even as children, we go to school and we learn conformity. We are taught to fit within the constraints of a curriculum that ultimately keeps our expression small. And then we grow to shapeshift to fit into the smallness that seems allowed, who we can be, what we can look for in the world, who we can become, all dictated by the rules of the collective. Where you were born, your last name, the color of your skin, the money in your bank account, your ancestry, your postcode, your weight, your gender. There are rules around what it means for you, what's allowed, what's given, what's denied, and we adapt and adopt it all. We live by the rules, becoming complacent in our own expression, and we become bored within our own lives. We feel insignificant in a world that has made us fall into line, play safe, shrink away from our own greatness, and look for the affirmation and validation of others for our own worthiness. It's not just the man that screws us over with the rules that bind us. We let the perceptions and personas of those that we love negotiate us out of being our truest self. In this life, we have been taught that success and fulfillment come down to how well we play the game, how well we can follow the rules. And we go about our life always wanting to have this left brain certainty that what we are doing is the right thing and we do it the right way, and that every decision we make is going to be the right one. But we play by the rules, only doing what seems allowed at the right time in the right place. It's no wonder that we're left feeling just a little lackluster and uninspired and kind of downtrodden in all of it, right? My assignment in this life is to help the woman that struggles to know she is guided to trust her ability to fuck all the rules and find her own path. To remind you to wake up with a sense of intentionality and not in a checklist kind of way. I'm not interested in helping you create a to-do list. I want to support you in understanding that you have the option to wake up into your day with divinely inspired intention. This isn't waking up and thinking happy thoughts and waiting for magic. It's about understanding that we have our egoic self and our subconscious to overcome every day, and that the rules of the collective would let us believe that we are powerless in our ability to manifest our deepest desires today. I've done my fair share of rule bending in my life, and for a while there, I fell under the weight of the judgment of a society committed to holding us all accountable to the very rules that suck the well-being straight from our existence. What I have found is when I give a big middle finger to the rules and instead listen to my intuition, follow my gut, be a good human, inspiration finds me. The guides appear, and life unfolds perfectly for me. When I decided that the rules of the collective didn't apply to me, I began to see that the universe, the divine, provides opportunities, provides the doors, sometimes even the nudges in which way to go. And without the rules binding me, I was free to go with the flow of it all. The conversations I have with you are about helping you explore what it might mean for you to be powerful and have the audacity to take powerful action in the realm of a spiritual existence. So, if we're thinking about the way we want to start our day, I want to help you establish for yourself certain rituals, I guess, for lack of a better word, that will help you turn inward and touch all parts of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, to remember just how powerful you are, just how necessary you are, just how unique and beautiful and perfect the true expression of who you are and what your message and meaning in this life actually is. The lesson that I have been slow to integrate, but has been transformational in my experience of myself in the world, is that we are the divine that we are seeking assurance from. We follow rules or look for people to tell us what to do in the form of advice, books, coaching, podcasts, whatever, because we have forgotten the oneness of the divine. The same wisdom and guidance you seek and receive from someone else can be found within you. And in fact, the only truth that will ever truly resonate deeply enough to transform your own relationship with self is the wisdom that you find within yourself. I heard a beautiful analogy about this from the Dreamer CEO, Dan Mangina. I always have trouble pronouncing his last name, but he's best known as the Dreamer CEO, and his name is Dan. And he reminded us to think of our own divinity and consciousness and wisdom in this way, to think of it as water, as H2O. It can take many forms: ice, vapor, rivers, pools, puddles. We are like ice cubes, questioning our own H2O-ness and looking to the vapor to tell us the truth of who we are. And we're missing the point that we too are H2O. We are the universe embodied. We can remember that each day. What we do each morning, our daily rituals, can reconnect us with that truth each day. Whatever it is that you are longing for, desiring, craving, you can remember that the thing I'm looking for is just me, taking the form of those things. When we understand this, we can just playfully take the form of that which we wish to experience and know that it exists, know that it is ours, and begin to work to be in alignment with receiving. And then each day is less about striving, grinding, sacrificing, and more of an experience of letting life reflect back to us as loving appreciation, abundance, and success. What is this life? How do you see it? I know that we are experiencing divine substance within us and all around us, and we have just simply forgotten that. But I have the audacity to remember, and I have the audacity today to remind you. This isn't new information. I know that. I've realized that. I've spent over a decade devouring the work of leaders in the field of personal development from all walks of life, from all perspectives, from all corners of the world. And really, when you backtrack their own work, their own development, what you see is that it's all just ancient wisdom being put into modern language. The wisdom of Vedic texts and teaching speaks so clearly to me. It lands so perfectly, and it's felt so powerful to let it inform the way I coach and I teach and I communicate. Everything was once cloaked in mystery so that only the initiated could access wisdom, but it's not like that anymore. Wisdom is fucking mainstream. It's ancient wisdom being put in a language we understand and wording that we can access. It's the essential truth and magic of this curious existence of ours. And it's all something I'm open to and available to, and I'm leaning right in. I'm working to decondition myself from the rules that have bound me. So, my own daily practices and the audacity that I have to devote myself to these rituals have been transformational. They help me go deep into my darkness, and I want to share the tools that have helped me find the light within myself and my life. But I don't just want to hand you my tools. I want you to truly believe that the answers that you seek, the permission that you need, the audacity that you want to activate won't be found in something that I give you. It's something that you activate within yourself. I'm working to show up in my full embodiment. I'm working to say it as I see it and just let myself teach in the way I feel it. Right now, at this point in my own evolution, I see my assignment as the disruptor of unconscious thinking, to disrupt the thought forms that are creating the limitations and blockages in your being, to help you understand why you can feel desires at the base of your being, but you're stuck living in a life that leaves you thirsty for something a little juicier. So today, ask less of yourself, but ask what you are asking of yourself to expand through your own belief. Then start to be aware of the way your mind creates the blocks that get in the way of your own expansion. What's allowed for you? What do you have to do today? Who do you have to be? Who decided that for you? And how does it impact the intentions that you have set for yourself this month? If you are here and you've listened to me up until this point, I know that you'll feel into this next question, and I'll finish with this today. I'm going to ask you a question that you can open up a dialogue within yourself today or over the next couple of days, maybe even weeks, as you let it sink in. Am I willing to do what's called of me to break the relationship of what doesn't serve me and step powerfully into what does? Am I willing to do what's called of me to break the relationship of what doesn't serve me and step powerfully into what does? What rules would just feel really good to break? I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you.